Hi, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Monday morning, afternoon in some places, just noon, Independent Stylist Conference Call with Winnie and Kat, and thank you for joining me today. It's been, everyone loves Mondays at Winnie and Kat, and it's very touching to me that you all join me, and I so appreciate your participation. And I hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day around the country. So, and here we are. So we've got some, let's see, let me go through, let me find my slideshow up here. Getting a little organized right now. I have to find my slideshow on here. I should have waited until I started recording. Okay, here we go. All right. First, I want to congratulate, and I know it's a lot of you are keeping up with your parties. I want to give special recognition to Mary, Elizabeth, and Ellen, who are just so good at keeping up with their parties and keeping their calendar booked. Ellen had surgery last month, so even with that, you know, I think she had 4 parties instead of 6 last month. So congratulations, everyone. And Mary and Elizabeth just constantly, you just keep on having those parties and really good parties. And we're going to hear from, I know, Mary and maybe Elizabeth next week on some tips on how they keep their calendars always full. And I just wanted to recognize that because it's very much appreciated. And they might be stylists who you want to reach out to and ask them. I know a lot of you talk, regardless of which teams you're on, help each other, talk to each other about what's working. And I'm really looking forward to hearing from these stylists as well on an open forum. Last week, the open forum worked really well. I think we did some Q&A with Lori and Jennifer on building. And so feel free to reach out. These women are people to ask when you're looking at bookings and want to make sure that you have things on the calendar. These 3 women are exceptional in their booking skills and always having their calendar full. You may have seen that we got some press this last week in the Malibu Surfside News. I posted it all over the place. It will be on our website. It's also on Facebook and LinkedIn, the link to the article. And this is such a coincidence because I noticed that the Malibu Surfside News, most of their publications are in the Chicago area, which is where I'm originally from and finished high school there. So I contacted them, and they're going to run the article again in the Winnetka Current. And 3 of our independent stylists, Demetria, I know you're on the call today, we all went to that. Demetria and Courtney and Marcy and I all went to North Shore Country Day School in Winnetka together. So they're going to run the article. I let them know about you all and about me, that we're all North Shore Country Day School graduates, and they're going to run that again in the Winnetka Current next week. So feel free to use this article, share it, and I thought it was really nicely written, and so I just wanted to share that with you. Press always a good thing. You probably saw on the email, we're offering a teachers and grads sale. This is a great opportunity. It's a great time, obviously. As you know, for teachers and grads, I got a Facebook message from Jennifer saying how excited she is that she's got a big trunk show on Thursday with mostly teachers. So for through the month of May, I'm offering $200 off of the Business Builder Kit. And so think about all the teachers you know. This is, in this picture on the left, is Corinne from Cedar City, Utah, one of our independent stylists who just graduated. Congratulations, Corinne. And we also have Juliana, who's a recent grad from Utah as well. And we have, we have Heather and Desi are both professors, and Elizabeth's a teacher. And so we've got some great examples of teachers. And I know a lot of teachers are thinking about what to do this summer, and what a great way to start their business. So please make sure that you enter, and we'll talk about the newsletter in a little bit, but think about all of the teachers you know. all of the recent grads. It's also offered to college students and teachers going from preschool through professors. And by the way, let me know if you have any questions. If you want to say anything during this call, just type it in the question box. And are there any questions about the special, about the teachers and grads special? It will be on the shopping or on the join cart. If it's, I think it probably is already. So if anyone clicks, when they click to join your team, they'll have the option of the teachers and grads special as a choice for the kit, and it's $50 off of the starter kit and $200 off of the business builder kit. So when you're thinking about prospecting, if you're connecting with people on LinkedIn, you might want to give some extra focus to this group. And I know we're all doing lots of school activities, and the next couple of weeks of school is winding down. So I know you're going to have a lot of interaction with your teachers too, and maybe we'll extend it another week through June if we see that this is that it's a big success. Another thing is the $300 night out contest. So from now until May 31st, and as you know, our sales go in on 11:59 Eastern is the cutoff time for sales. The sales leader from yesterday, from the 11th through the 31st, get a $300 night out, and we'll also help you plan your night out. So it's whatever you want to do. If you want to go out with your husband, your boyfriend, your kids, yourself, your girlfriends, whatever you want to do for $300. And I'm not telling anyone who is leading in the sales contest. So you're not going to know until the winner is announced. So yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I know you're really excited too. And you know, what fun and what a great way to share and tell people what your company is doing. Make your story, like Deb talks about in the Winnie and Kat Recruiting University. What's your story about your company? Is it, I went out, you know, got a night on a limousine from my company, whatever it is, with pictures so people can kind of visualize what you're getting and what you're doing with your company. So let me know if there's any questions, and I'm very excited to see some action on this. And please share, you know, everything, share with your audience, your Facebook, whatever, at your parties. Incidentally, you know, we're having contests right now, and I just might be the winner to get a $300 spa day, you know, whatever it is that you kind of want to talk about at your party, so that you have those things that you can kind of drop in while you're planting those seeds. And in WKRU, the Recruiting University, one of the things that that Deb teaches is share at your parties 20 times the opportunity. She says some people say share 5 times. She said share 20 times the opportunity and have a story that paints a picture in people's heads. So we're also going to have an opportunity call. That's next Tuesday. And the information's in the newsletter, and I'll also create a Facebook party. It's at 6 Pacific, 8 Central next Tuesday. And Lori and Jennifer are going to talk on that call. So thank you very much, the two of you, for volunteering. And the newsletter is coming out tomorrow. So make sure, if you haven't already, go into your newsletter portal and make sure that you enter all, you know, everybody. Focus, we're going to announce in the newsletter. The newsletter has the special on it, the teachers, students, and grads. It also has encouragement for people to join your team, and you're going to be getting and a link to the link, all links back to your website, and you'll get a warm call report if you're still new to the company. And make sure when you have people on your downline, when you have people joining the company, that they know. They'll get an email right away about the newsletter and with instructions. It's super easy. I was working on it this weekend, just kind of clicking around, because I like to kind of see what it feels like, everything, all the experiences that you have too. And it's super easy to enter, and you can either enter in one by one, you can type in. So every time you go out when you meet new people, make sure to go back, and there's a notes section too, so you can put notes on, met at the grocery store with her 2 kids, or, whatever it is, or just, might be losing her job, or whatever notes they are, or something about that person, their family, their occupation, what they like to do, what their motivation is, that kind of thing. You can put that in the notes, so you can use it as a contact report too. So then when you get your warm call report, which you get, I can't remember how many days out, but I think you get it 3 times after the newsletter, and you're able to see who clicked. So that way you can see, like, oh, okay, Rebecca clicked on join my team, and then you can look at her contact information on there and see that you entered, oh yeah, I met her at my vendor fair, and she was thinking about what to do this summer. She's a teacher, great, and then you might want to call and say, hey, I was just thinking about you. So make sure you've got the contacts in before that goes out. I think it worked out really well last time. And are there any, let me just pause for a minute, are there any questions or anyone want to share anything? Oh, I forgot to mention too that the very first photo I showed was from Francie's trunk show over the weekend. She had a great qualifying show. Okay, I wanted to talk about the concept of leading yourself. And I've been thinking a lot about this, and I talk to you, I talk to the independent stylists, I talk to coaches, and I read a lot, and I talk to people who are leaders in other direct sales companies, whether they're owners, and also I think the most important or most interesting sometimes are the independent consultants in other direct sales companies. And sometimes I hear, and this goes for both your upline and your downline, okay? And whether or not, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's a small company like Woody and Cat, an early company, or a giant company, that sometimes your upline is, it's kind of the luck of the draw. Sometimes you might have a really active, a really engaged leader who's teaching you what to do step by step, and that's totally awesome. And whoever is in your upline and in your downline, and I've heard it from both sides. I've heard the reason I wasn't successful at XYZ company is because I never heard from my upline. And this doesn't apply to doesn't really necessarily apply to you on the call, because you're the ones who are really actively engaged. But this is something that you can share with, it does apply in some ways, and it can share with other people, that lead yourself. Be the person who you would want as your leader, and be the person you would want to be in your downline. I've heard from stylists too, if only I could get this person, if only I could get a rock star on my team, that's what I need. Or, whatever it is that you need outside of yourself, think of what you can get and be that inside yourself. I think about, I've written before about being my own white knight, and that's something that I love that concept, because you think about, like, it might be, I need a husband to come in and, save me, or whatever it is, or I need that, that person to take care of me. Is it, maybe you look to, maybe it's your parents even who help you financially, or maybe you're looking for a relationship to help you, or or a leader, or someone who you can bring on your team. And if you can think about, take some time to think about what it is about that person that you're looking for. What is it? What is that characteristic of that person? What is that person going to do for you? And then figure out how you can be that for yourself. Okay? So, and I guarantee you, when you start doing that, the other stuff, those people are going to come to you. When I ask people what it is about them that attracts people to their business, that makes people join, a lot of times I hear it's my enthusiasm. It's my enthusiasm towards the business. So think about, and that goes back to your 20 reasons, your 20 benefits, features and benefits of your business, why you love your business. So think internally what it is that you can do, and think about what you have. You know, sometimes we don't even realize what we have in front of us. We might, you know, and we're looking for something outside of us, but we all have that power within us. And there's lots of resources. There's lots of training. That's all out there. So, you know, if you're looking for someone to come in and give you the, you know, the elusive systems, you know, the systems that's going to make it work, those are there for you. You know, they're simple and they're provided. Go to the 6 weeks to success and organize yourself in a way that you can make that happen for yourself. I know that Lindsay, who's the trainer who did our 6 weeks to success, she sells, her company is called Party Plan Divas. She sells an organizational system that can give you systems. You set the systems, and even if you have an amazing leader above you, you can still set your own team and set your own systems. And the more that you do for yourself and for your team, the more those wonderful people who are around you are going to do for you too. I mean, it's, you know, it's like the law of attraction, I guess I have to say it, but it is. It's the more that you are enthusiastic, the more you do for yourself, just amazing things happen. Amazing people will come into your life, and you can decide who you want in your life, who you want to keep in your life, and then, you know what, if there's people who are detracting from where you want to go, from what your goals are, sometimes you have to say goodbye. Sometimes you have to take you know, what's important for you about, you know, a relationship, and sometimes you just have to focus and think about what you want, what's important to you. And when you get there, I talk about, you've probably heard me talk about my island. And once, kind of when I was going through a difficult time, I said, I work out with a personal trainer, and I said to him, I said, you know, I feel like an island. And he said to me, his name is Diamond. He's this huge guy. He wears lots of diamonds, you know, only in Malibu kind of a thing. And Diamond said to me, I said, I feel like an island. And he said to me, you know what, that's good. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, you become a strong island. And people are attracted to strong and beautiful islands. People want to visit beautiful islands. And that's when you can decide who you want on your island. And I've used that analogy, I use it every day now. And if I'm kind of feeling off or kind of feeling, I don't know, you know, I need some more motivation, or, you know, something's not quite right, I think about my island and I visualize my island. And in your island, you know, everybody's island looks different. And mine is a beach. You know, mine is somewhere in the Caribbean, and it's just beautiful and balmy. And I was talking to someone about this, and she said, you know, my island's a log cabin, and it's, you know, it's snowing. And I'm like, great, you know, whatever your island is, but think about that and make yourself strong. And amazing things happen when you get there. Amazing things happen when you have that strong island. So think about that and motivate yourself. So thank you for listening to me on that. That's something that, you know, people ask me all the time. How do I stay motivated? And those are that's one way that really helps me. And I have a quote. This is a short but sweet call. Does anybody have anything? I know anything you'd like to share? I know And I'm not always sure because I see who's on the line, and I'm not always sure if you're in a place where you can talk. I know, Desi, you were going to talk last week. I don't want to put you on the spot. If you want to talk and share what, as a professor, I'm using your quote in our newsletter. Let me know if you can type in the question box if you're available. And Desi's quote was so great that she shared how she earned, I think the quote was, as much as 2 weeks of teaching, or more in her first 2 weeks of Winnie and Kat, as I think of months of teaching in her job. Can I'm unmuting you for a second. Can you hear us, Desi? Can you talk? No, Desi's not in a place. Okay, maybe I totally put her on the spot. But would anyone else like to share anything? Have any questions about what's coming up, about this week? Oh, there you are, Desi. Hey, Desi. Can you hear me? I think this might be a technical difficulty on my end. Oh, it says that you're self-muted. Oh, now I hear you. Hey, Desi. Are you there? Hello? Okay. Well, technical difficulties. We'll get it together. We will hear from Desi. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Desi, but thank you for being there. And does anyone else have anything else that you'd like to share before? I think we're going to have an amazing second part of May. Make sure to get your orders in by the 15th that you want for your next commission check, and always share. Share what you've earned and however you want to share. So, maybe it's, equivalent to whatever it is in your paycheck. What if it's a percentage of raise that you have, or if it's buying a pair of shoes, or even a trip this summer, or maybe even it's that you're using your business to, you could do a tax write-off, for your, is it your family vacation? Are you doing a trunk show when you're traveling? Whatever it is, think about your stories. Think about what this business is doing for you in concrete ways, and keep your goal in mind. Okay? One thing that Lori Miller does is she knows where she wants to go. So I was reading a book this weekend called Fit to Lead, which is great, about for shaping up your body, mind, and your career. And one of the things they talk about is having that set goal. Okay, so you might think, I'm going to make a lot of money with Winnie and Kat, and I'm going to be a founder. Think about how you're going to get there. Okay, what is a lot of money? How can you make that money? And what do you need to do during this next year to become a founder? Is it that you want to make a steady $2,000 a month? Okay, now a lot of you are already making a steady over $1,000 a month. All right, what is it what is it that you want, and what do you need to get there? And if you don't know, ask me, ask Tiff, ask your upline, so that we can help you make that path. Because when you know it, you know what you have. Okay, when you look at what you have in front of you, and you might have, I know Lori's got an upline. You might have people under you, or, whatever it is. Okay, so I've got this in place, and this is what I need to do. So make sure always know the next 2 steps up on the compensation plan. And if you need help, ask your upline, or ask me, or ask Tiff. But get that not only in your mind, but make it tangible. Realize, understand, okay, if I do this and this and this is what I'm going to get. And that's what's going to help you get there. Understand what you have in front of you. What are your resources? And you might have, you might realize how many leads you have, or whatever it is. And let me help you figure out how you're going to get there. So does anybody have any questions, anything you want to add before I leave you with a quote. Alrighty. Love this quote. Lead yourself, lead your superiors, lead your peers, and free your people to do the same. All else is trivia. And now remember, being a leader also means being a good follower. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. I know there's tons of parties on the books, which is so exciting. I love to see that. Make sure that you reach out if you need us. Have fun. If you're part of Winnie and Kat Recruiting University, you should be on week 2 now and complete your homework for that. Lots of good information, lots of good training, and make sure that your team knows about the calls. Make sure that your team listens. This will be on the Stylist Weekly after the day. I pick my favorite call of the day, and I will do that. And feel free to join us again tonight if you'd like to at 5:45 Pacific time. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining us this morning, and have a fabulous, fabulous week. Bye-bye.